Hey, what's happening? We got a house full of people here. I like it. Make some noise for me, for the guys out here. Woo! Look at that. We got a house full of people, so I got your social distancing right here, you dicks. All right. I have got a lot to cover and a short time to get there, so I need to get into this right now. Let me tell you what I found weak this week. We're going to Headline, Boise, Idaho. That is the smallest dog I've ever seen in my life. Boise, Idaho. Kyle Dennis went into a Costco store and started shopping. What's wrong with that, you ask? While in the store, the high school basketball coach and geometry teacher took out Captain One Eye and started masturbating in the aisles. Damn, Kyle, I get excited when I see Milky Ways in bulk too, but there's no call for you to double dribble your parallelogram all over the 30-pound jar of Jelly Bellies, all right? According to Boise police, quote, Dennis knowingly engaged in obscene conduct by manipulating his penis with his hand while walking around a Costco store with an erection. Ooh, well crafted, constable. Dennis pleaded not guilty, even though he had previously been cited for whacking off at a Walmart and other Costco's in the area. How would you like to be the minimum wager who hears over the intercom, wet cleanup in aisle 3, as you see Dennis with his pants around his ankles and his hog submerged in a 10-pound jar of pickles? Headline, Detroit, Michigan. A man was arrested when he tried to place an order at a McDonald's drive-thru and was recognized by employees as the guy who robbed the restaurant 2 months earlier. Detroit police arrested Ronald McDouche. In the courtroom, I'd be the prosecutor with a sense of humor, and as a goof, while he's in the hole, he should be forced to dress like the Hamburglar and eat gut-wrenching McRibs every day until parole. Shitting blood while dressed as a Muppet should be punishment enough to scare him straight. Here's a story. You'll like this story. Headline, St. Louis, Missouri. Brittany Sullivan, 28, was arrested for lewd behavior. Britt, who, let me throw out a shocker, whose blood alcohol level was 4 times over the legal limit. Yeah, you see where this is going?
Sweet.
She poured Kettle One through a funnel into her ass, where she dropped in a straw and proceeded to let several men take turns drinking the vodka.
No?
One.
That sounds like a great Saturday night.
Yeah, okay. You can see what's going on at my house tonight, huh?
Corn.
One of the men who demanded to remain anonymous, yeah, no shit, was drinking the vodka when Britt's chowder hole gave out, and as a result, sprayed shit in his face, or a chocolate martini in his case, all over his face. As the shot-slurping Mensa member was puking up his guts, several somebody just hacked in my basement. This is fantastic. I should have probably put out a warning before this story. Several other men pushed Brittany off the ledge of the bar, causing her to get a concussion. Oh, but wait, it gets better. Britt is suing the bar for their, quote, inability to control the situation. Of course she is. Hey, look, B, if you're watching, a piece of advice, you may want to pump the brakes on the alcohol consumption and reach out to Betty Ford before you do something completely asinine.
But I'm pumped.
Headline, New Hampshire. State Representative Josh Moore had the jackass quote of 2016. You remember this one? Quote, if women who want to breastfeed their children in public are allowed to expose their nipples, then I'm also allowed to grab their nipples and play around with them. Wow, Jay, has it been a while? Has Widow Winky not seen any attention since HW was in the White House? And look at you, jealous of a 6-month-old who's obviously getting more action than you. Not a good look, Josh. But okay, Joshua, I'll go along with your idiotic logic, you horny kook. You can grope a breastfeeding mother's cans, but conversely, every time a peon state representative from New Hampshire says something moronic, we get to blast you in the face with a shovel. Tit for tat, ass clown. Headline Santa Clara, California. Denver Bronco Ryan Murphy, the week of Super Bowl 50, was popped in a prostitution sting. Now, granted, Ryan was a lonely practice squad player, but he still has a brand to uphold, doesn't he? Little piece of advice there, 32, and every other horny NFL miscreant. At Super Bowl week, when you're out looking for Pro Tail to perform the two-finger Mexican oil job on you, just remember there's 100,000 cameras following your every move. When you approach a lady of the night who has the Secret Service earpiece in, as she keeps repeating to no one in particular, we got one, everyone stay alert, and has that suspicious black wire coming out from under her bra strap, that's the international sign to run away, okay? I think it's pretty much common knowledge that in the world of media, fear, sex, and stupidity are their all-time 3 bestsellers. We've always been sucked in by the TV ads of the bikini-clad model deep-throating a cheeseburger as the double entendre special sauce drips on our chin, and we think to ourselves, man, I gotta get one of those. And when I get hungry, I'll pick up a double stack. On the charbroil flip side, I'm noticing a very disturbing trend of the media wasting precious story space on stupid people who we shouldn't give 2 hairs off a rat's ass about. On that note, I can't go long stretches without seeing the human turd that just won't flush, R. Kelly, plastered all over my television set and internet news feeds. Did anyone else happen to catch that 12-minute CBS This Morning Gayle King interview with R. Kelly in March of 2019? I did, and trust me when I say this was supposed to be an interrogation interview, but instead turned into a soapbox pedophile twisting the truth to become the victim. Why isn't this shitbag locked in a prison cell? Because a 2008 Illinois jury went O.J. Simpson brain dead and let this parasite walk. Much like the bloody glove, all the video and photo evidence showing R. Kelly engaging in unlawful sex acts with girls as young as 13 wasn't enough to convict. If that wasn't enough, there's the February 3rd, 2002 video of Robert urinating on an underage girl, which to this jury of empty skull sacks must have appeared to be nothing but a Black Guy Peas parody for his new BET music video. Because of the times we live in, shitheads like this will continue to get away with this type of behavior, as accountability has become a distant memory, as now just a relic in the Smithsonian alongside Alexander Graham Bell's first telephone. Tonight on the docket, the death of accountability. Forgive me, but I have to throw my 2 cents in here. From the only teenager who blames the dented car on the ghost of her aborted younger brother, to the texting asshole who blames the 6-car pileup caused on the invisible parade of skunks that ran across the road, accountability is becoming rarer than a cokehead's prime rib. Since my parents raised me the right way, I guess I'm naive when I ask the question, why doesn't anyone take responsibility for anything anymore? Personally, I can't help but place parts on many factors. Political correctness, people's way out of control egos, a judicial system that's run by the Looney Tunes characters, and courtroom juries who are more interested in how they can line their own pockets. Rather than concentrating on putting bad people where they belong, dog is the cutest damn thing ever. Jury blockheads are more interested in when is lunch so they can check their Facebook page. Some of the blatant lack of accountability that spring to mind, there was Bill Clinton's January 26, 1998 desk pounding, no pun intended, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Then he stuck his own dick in his mouth when he spooge-covered dress surfaced. Hey, look, Bill, I know your hero was John F. Kennedy, but in the pussy collecting department, JFK has you demolished, all right? He nailed Marilyn Monroe, for Christ's sake. You got a chunky intern who Sam's Club wouldn't hire as a greeter. Then there was Bill Cosby, who proclaimed his innocence after a phone book of women pointed their finger at the loving Dr. Huxtable and the horse tranquilizer supplier was discovered. All I can say is enjoy your twilight years in the hole, Jell-O pudding pops for brains, where fucking in a haze means you get gang raped in the hot shower. It's no shock that celebrities are all access laminate card carriers when it comes to the lack of accountability. That's because we coddle these people like colicky infants, and oh yeah, the obvious, they have their means to buy their way out of any situation. Besides, we couldn't possibly build a jail big enough for every celebrity fuck up and indiscretion. Well, come to think of it, we do have such a place. It's called Los Angeles. Breathing shitty air and sitting in 405 traffic for hours on end should be, and being forced to share a town with LeVar Ball is punishment enough. Accountability in the sports world is harder to find than the seam in Alex Rodriguez's ball bag.
What the fuck does that mean?
Because he was on steroids.
Oh.
He lost his balls.
Okay. Hello.
He has a plastic glass.
I was going to say, I didn't know I had to explain these as I went.
Please do.
According to the football coaches are people who are coach the players on the field, who pays his players under the table in cash, houses, and hookers as he walks on more eggshells than a busy IHOP cook. Then after he gets popped, goes to the I know nothing stupidity defense. Then there's the professional athlete who high tweets racist and homophobic blasts at 3 o'clock in the morning while on the shitter, then blames it on Twitter hackers after he's ridiculed. My advice to everyone in the sports realm, if witnesses see you punching your baby mama, or you drive 90 in a 30 with a trunk full of weed, or you stick a loaded gun up a hooker's clam, after you're caught, don't stand at the press conference podium in your $3,000 suit and parasite lawyer as you read your publicist-written couldn't be less sorry if you were giving us the finger the entire time apology. Just come correct, look into the camera, and say, I'm a schmuck, and I really fucked up this time. I'm truly sorry, and it'll never happen again, you have my word. Done. Forgiven. But if you so much as jaywalk, you're dead to me. One thing I could never understand, defense attorneys who will defend obvious guilty criminals. I realize the Sixth Amendment in the Constitution entitles the accused to a fair, speedy trial by an impartial jury, but at what point do we take the white out to the 1787 parchment paper already? If someone is caught on camera, as the image is clearer than a Sears family portrait, as a stadium full of witnesses have no problem picking him out of a Hands Across America lineup, case fucking closed, alright? No trial, no jury, no defense attorney spin-doctoring witnesses about their eyesight or their family tree consisting of races 200 years ago, or if they were hopped up on sugar on the day in question. Just drop the hammer, take the shackled orange jumpsuit sporting criminal to the clink, and throw away the goddamn key, alright? To paraphrase the band Green Day, good riddance, I hope they take your life. Corporate accountability has also disappeared faster than eating cotton candy at the bottom of a hot tub. When you eat cotton candy in warm water, it dissolves fast.
Yeah, how sweet it is.
Quick anecdote before I wrap up. The wife and I had our eye on a dining room table for the new house. We went to the rustic furniture store Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall.
Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall.
This particular table we wanted was $2,000. Now, since we don't have hundos falling out of our ass crack like Lauren Powell jobs at a Saks Fifth Avenue, we decided to wait until their weekend Labor Day sale where the entire store was going to be 15% off. The day we went to get our new table, I rented a moving truck to help us get this 500-pound piece of furniture home. As we arrived at the store, in the entrance was a huge 5-foot sign that read, 15% off entire store. Perfect. We walked over to the table one more time to make sure this monster purchase is what we wanted. My wife was so excited, she actually tinkled a little. After we both agreed, we went up to the counter and told the uninterested sales nag, we'll take the dining room table. My wife, with her hands shaking with excitement, took out the debit card to pay. The cashier told us, and I quote, "Oh, if you use a card, you only get 10% off, not 15. Is that okay?" No, that's not fucking okay. So I went back over to the entrance sign to make sure we didn't overlook any small print hidden in the small print. Nothing on the sign stated the 5% differential. As my disappointed wife had tears welling up in her eyes, I told the cashier that this bait-and-switch business practice was complete bullshit, and I hoped karma would seriously kick their ass. She proceeded to call the owner of the store, where he still refused to go that extra 5%. I then got on the phone with this little condescending cum bubble. After I told him that we had our hearts set on purchasing this piece of furniture, he tells me, quote, buy it or don't. I was so pissed I don't remember much after my seeing red blackout, but I guess I threw the phone at the cashier and dropped so many four-letter bombs Quentin Tarantino would have cast me in his next movie. The moral of the story, the owner of the store, Jeff Cleveland of Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall,
Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall.
refused to be accountable for a sign that he fucking printed, and as a result lost a $2,000 sale over a measly, hard-headed, I'm too much of a putz to admit I was wrong, $100. As a result, my wife flamed this company in online reviews, where the owner still to this day takes no accountability, but instead blames everything on me. Well, of course he does, because that's the chicken shit way out. So tonight, for the first time, I get to give my review of my Jeff Cleveland from Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall experience.
Cleveland Creek at the Colorado Mills Mall.
Forget it, bro. Go Italian?
Oh no, we're tagging this.
Cinderella City.
How about this? How about fuck you, Cleveland Creek? I hope when we return to the Colorado Mills Mall, your space has been taken over by a pinkberry. I wouldn't buy your overpriced garbage if you were the only wood whittler in town, and I hope other people after watching this will follow suit. Piece of advice, stick boy? You should probably remove that huge piece of log furniture that's lodged up your Jew ass, as it's apparently cutting off the reasonable part of your brain. My recommendation? Slide it out about 15% or so. Or 10% if you want to remain an entitled little cocksucker. Fuck you, Jeff Cleveland, you greedy, money-grubbing, shit-on-your-customers, narcissistic prick. And as for the soccer mom nag bystander who told me I was out of line for cussing after we got bait and switched, if I ever see you again, I'm going to punch you in the twat. Keep your nose out of other people's businesses, asshole. Is this what we've become as a society? When somebody screws up, that's when the finger pointing and excuses begin? Nobody takes ownership of shit anymore. It doesn't matter if there's a mountain of evidence or it's caught on video or it's printed in black and white. The lack of accountability is astonishing to me. I realize we live in a pretty forgiving culture, but we have to stop letting bad people repeatedly walk all over us like the shy girl at a biker party. I have a simple solution for accountability. How about refrain from putting yourself in precarious positions? If you've ever thought to yourself, can I get in trouble for this? The answer is always yes, so don't do it. On a lighter note, on December 28th, 2007, I fell into a TV depression. That was the last day for the final episode of a program that was the creme de la creme for the lack of accountability. Of course, I'm talking about Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator. Watchdog groups, Jamie's like, yeah. Watchdog groups and undercover police stings luring in sex pervs who believed they were meeting an underage teen with whom they'd been chatting on the internet. Some of these excuses were priceless. As Chris Hansen popped out from behind the curtain, there sat the perv at the kitchen table with the Mike's Hard Lemonade, package of rubbers, and the stench of mom's basement. I wasn't really going to have sex. I'm just here to talk and hang out. I remember when the bleeding heart started feeling sorry for these creepy old cheating, married, doughy white assholes claiming unfair entrapment. What fucking country am I in? I guess you'd be singing a different tune if it was your real 14-year-old daughter getting cornholed and not a bait actor, okay? I believe this show didn't go far enough. They should have let the degenerate rip his pants off like an NBA player about to enter the game. That's when the freshly ejaculated R. Kelly, who's holding the camera, also darts out from behind the curtain. Let me wrap this up by saying, yet again, Cambridge Dictionary still defines accountability. You don't know what's going on this, so we're having so many difficulties, it's crazy. Accountability is the fact of being responsible for what you do, and is the ability to give a satisfactory reason for it, or the degree to which this happens. Like I've said, I've always believed that our government should be held accountable for decisions and laws affecting its citizens. I also believe that an individual should be held accountable for their actions and behaviors. Yeah, I know. I'd have more luck getting a three-way with the Olsen twins. Even that was too bullshitty, even for me. Taking accountability means admitting you've made a mistake. I've known many people in my lifetime that skip through life screwing over anyone with a pulse just so they could get by that particular day. When and why did we stop holding people accountable? Has political correctness quashed our ability to call a turd a turd? Is it considered shaming someone if we call out some asshole on My 600-Pound Life because they had to cut part of their house out and rent a flatbed U-Haul to get them to their annual doctor's visit, as they're blaming their local buffets for their poor health? And I hate to keep camping out on this topic, but we have a commander-in-chief who takes lack of accountability to staggering new levels, and when someone asks, "What the fuck?" is then prosecuted as an anti-American.
Oh, what the Trump?
Well, frankly, I'm just dumbfounded at all the lack of accountability that's happening nowadays. We need to get back to the good old days and reinstate that if you're a repeat criminal, child molester, murderer, pyramid schemer, or part of the Bush family, guilty, guilty, guilty. Sentencing will be next Tuesday. Bailiff, take them away. That's my take, but then again, what the hell do I know? Oh, good. So, when we get back, we're going to bring in Robert Mateer, our usual guest.
Correspondent.
Every week. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Robert Mateer will join us. Be right back.
Woo!
All right. We're going to do that. And we're going to do... All right. Huh? Welcome back. We have with us today Colorado's most controversial comedian, Robert Mateer, joining us as usual. So, we got a lot to cover. What do you want to start with?
COVID.
Oh, God, cool.
For 6 straight weeks.
Okay, let's do this.
You want to hear about my day today?
Yes.
My COVID day?
God. Here we go. All right, go.
So I need to get some more T-shirts because I packed away all my shirts. Hope I'd be moved out by now, and I'm not.
Why are you moving out?
He's selling his house, for those
Why?
who don't know.
Why?
Why?
And also, if you guys want to pipe into some of this stuff, you're more than welcome to.
Why are you moving out of your house?
So Google says that Kohl's is open from 11 to 7. So I drive by Kohl's, they're closed. I go to Sam's Club to get some shit. Sam's Club, there's 25 cars on a parking lot. I'm like, oh, this is sweet. I want to get out of here in 5 minutes. There's a line out the front door, like 100 people deep. I'm not going to wait for this. So fuck that. Don't go to Sam's Club.
Oh, God.
Swing by the bank to put some cash in the ATM. I actually, the first thing I did is I parked out front. I went and opened the door, see if the cashiers were there. They're not there. Closed.
Ugh.
Go through the ATM to put the cash in the ATM instead. I guess because so many people are going through the ATM is full. It spits my money back out to me.
What?
I can't put money in the
bank
ATM.
is that?
Key.
Oh, God.
Good to know.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, holy shit. I mean, literally nothing went right today.
Oh, my God.
It's my COVID day.
Crazy.
Then I went to King Soopers. There's like 1,000 people at King Soopers.
Yeah.
So
I went out this morning to grab some potatoes for our skins today, and I don't wear a mask. And I refuse. I'm not going to do it. Don't ask me. Don't. And people are looking at me like, tisk, tisk, you know. Get the hell out of my face with this shit.
it's pretty wild
Sick
how
of
everyone now. I'm hearing all these. I'm getting inundated with these stories about people getting like narked on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. I have a
Rhode Island governor.
So
Rhode Island governor.
The same people that wanted the whistleblower for the whole Trump-Russia call thing, like pistol whipped to death, are the same people that are fucking narking on people because they're 4.5 feet away instead of 6 feet away.
Right.
You gotta love that shit.
Well, how about we got a hairdresser here in the house tonight. I want to ask you too, if you want to pipe in, you can.
I got in trouble for eating bananas while I was getting a pedicure because I didn't get a chance to eat all day.
because I couldn't chew with the mask on. Apparently, I'm supposed to wear a mask
How do you
while
know
I'm
until
eating
you
bananas
try?
and tangerines. Oh yeah, I got it written up and told me that I'm liable and that I could be sued or charged with attempted murder.
Oh, jeez.
Is that unbelievable?
Attempted murder. Because I wasn't wearing my
eating a
mask while I
banana.
was
For eating a banana,
No,
you've
banana.
got to be.
Banana.
Well, how about, I wanted to ask you, and I want to get your opinion on it too. The Texas hairdresser, you heard about her?
She went to jail.
She went to jail and got fined $7,000 because
Yep.
she was like, I'm tired of this shit. I got kids to feed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We lost our damn minds.
We've now become a society of narcs, where it's
Well,
like,
and
that
every day
guy's not
Dora
wearing a
changes
mask.
their rules all the
Yeah.
time. So I have emails coming in, and I have no idea what they're talking about half the time.
Yeah.
And it's one day, oh yeah, you can be open, and next day, nope, you can only have 10 people in the whole building. What does that mean, the whole building?
Yeah.
We have like 30, 40
For us-
technicians.
I was like 40 stores,
How are we
yeah.
supposed to have 5 technicians and 5 customers? How are we supposed to all work around them when we have our individual rooms?
It's ridiculous. We've
And-
lost
and-
our minds.
And I told you the Sam's Club had like 25 cars in the parking lot, and there was a line out the door, and I'm thinking, are they allowing is there only like 10 people in the building?
Yeah.
Limiting
Are
the
you,
number of people.
is
in at
it
the same
6
time.
feet or 60 feet from the next person? I mean,
The bank is limiting 3 people.
Jesus fucking
3
Christ.
people.
Enough already. Come
We've
on.
lost our
Let's
minds.
go.
I
And
said
we-
it from day
and
one.
we had a Better Business Bureau, BBB, complaint because we had somebody come in to go to their safe box and not every person had a mask,
Mhm.
which they weren't even involved in.
It's getting out of control,
Enough
and
already.
I said it from day one. This is the most overreaction we've ever seen in this country. I don't understand what the end game is. I'm still trying to figure it out, but
It probably involves money. But I saw
Yeah.
I saw a good like 20-minute video the other day about the whole thing, and one point the person brought up that I didn't think about is all these people they're quarantining themselves for like 6 weeks. What's gonna happen is your immune system is going to drop.
that's right.
So you know what's gonna happen? Timestamp this right now, May 9th, whatever it is by now, 9:30 at night or 10 o'clock at night.
9 o'clock.
Your cases of cold and standard flu are going to quadruple.
Skyrocket.
Because people have been washing their hands, quarantined, sucking their thumbs in their dining room for the past 6 weeks. When they go out again, guess what's going to happen? They're going to get absolutely
They're gonna get
shit hammered.
They're going to
because they're not
get
used to
sicker than shit.
Yeah, they're not used to bacteria anymore.
That's right.
You've got to keep your immune system up.
That's right.
So these people have been locked away for 6 weeks are going to just absolutely, they're going to punch out from just the standard cold, the standard flu. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, your flu and cold numbers are going
Yeah.
to quadruple in the wintertime.
And of course, that's going to create
Another panic.
another panic.
Oh, yeah.
The mass media is going to lose their shit again, and the politicians are going to lose their shit again over something that
They're
shouldn't have
saying
even
that
happened to begin
some
with.
people are actually having hyper reactions,
Hmm.
so the body's attacking itself now,
That's right.
and they're dying. Not from the actual COVID, but the body actually
You have
freaks
to,
out,
you have to
starts
keep your
attacking
immune.
its own immune system, and
That's
they're
exactly
dying from
right.
that.
You have to go outside and keep your
So-
immune system up.
Correct.
Cause you hear the stories about these stupid ass bitch mothers that they'll like Perel their kids' hands when they're really young, and they keep their kids in a bubble when they're really young. And what happens? The kid becomes allergic to air. You know? There's stories about kids being allergic to air. They have to keep them in a bubble like their entire life.
Yeah.
You know, so oh man, it's gonna be a mess this winter.
I know.
Don't get too far into the hockey and basketball season because it's all gonna be postponed again.
Well, don't get
Let
too
you
far.
know now.
Don't get too far into the
There goes
NFL.
the goddamn Super Bowl. Ralph
Yep.
shitter.
Yep. What about? I want to get your take. What about the police beating the shit out of people who are who are in masks or social distancing?
Yeah, that was like in Texas or something. A guy freaking took down a woman because she wasn't wearing a mask. Really? Is she the only one in the goddamn state that isn't wearing a mask? I mean, to do that kind of shit. I mean, it's just.
Well, then the black kid in New York City who got his ass kicked for just standing there.
Yeah.
We've got to check ourselves. This is completely out of control.
It's been ramped up to like 12 now. You know, the
It's
dial
out of
only
control.
goes to 10. Now it's been ramped up to like 12 because people taste the blood in the water. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
Piranha.
Oh, it's just
terrible.
Come on, folks, enough already. Let's get our asses out there. Start working again.
Yeah.
People are going to die, yes, but
People die anyway.
Yeah, it's a better chance. You literally have a better chance of hitting a Powerball than you do a die of coronavirus. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Come on.
Yep.
Take out your tampon. You know. Take your thumb
That's
out
right.
of your mouth. Pull up your big boy pants.
That's
let's
right.
get back out there again. Enough's enough.
Yep.
You know.
That's right.
My Arby's coupon expired. Come on.
What do you got?
Huh?
What do you got?
That's all I have for Corona.
Oh,
You know,
what about how about did you hear about the San Diego guy? He went into the grocery store and he wore the KKK hood as a mask.
Oh, nice.
Oh, jeez.
And people lost their shit.
Can
Can you imagine that?
That's funny. Actually. I can appreciate that kind of humor.
That is so
I
awesome.
want to see everybody with every kind of Halloween mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Well, I
forget the
brought it
medical
up.
mask.
Wear a Hillary Clinton mask out in public.
I brought it up. I brought it up about a couple weeks ago when we did this. Where are the criminals? You have waited
Field
your
day.
entire
You've got
goddamn life.
You've got laminated pass. Do what
You
want
have
right now.
you have got an all access blitzkrieg, and you are not taking advantage of this. How is
taking
this
it
possible?
People are putting on things and trying to steal.
I think places are probably still getting robbed, but coronavirus has so much of the media attention now that no one cares.
Nobody
about
cares about robberies anymore.
and
No.
people getting held up at gunpoint because fuck forbid if we should quit talking about coronavirus for 14 seconds.
Yeah.
You know.
Give me your money, I'll take my mask off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Give me money else.
There's yesterday or what is
I
today?
want to see
Saturday?
your mouth.
Today's
I wanna
Saturday.
see your mouth.
Thursday was National Prayer Day. Did you pray to
Oh,
our
I
Lord
forgot.
Jesus Christ, our Savior?
Oh, I knew I forgot something.
Oh
Oh,
God. Oh God.
it didn't work. The coronavirus
Oh,
is still
God.
around.
Oh God.
I see the numbers actually going up now in certain states. But
Of
whatever.
course it is. Of course it is. Well, they can't. They got to keep talking about it, or if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop talking about it now, even
right.
though they should have a month and a half ago.
Oh, what I wouldn't give. I would blow an elephant right now. Just go one day without talking about the coronavirus.
That's not going to happen.
It'd be so orgasmic.
Well, now you know.
I
You know
want to see that.
Yeah, well, my gag reflex is pretty good, so.
No one else is at the zoo right
So
now.
is
Oh.
mine.
yeah, I was gonna. You got to get a free rate at the zoo if you want.
Oh, Christ. I'd blow an entire petting zoo by now if you just give me one day without this shit. Just one day.
It's so worth it.
Oh, man. Somebody can make that happen. I'll, yeah.
Watch all the spooge start running out his nose and out the corner of his mouth.
Whatever. Oh, I'm
I-
so tired of the stories.
I've got before we get into the topic for tonight, I've got one more thing I want to say. I want to say I'm going to say this right now, and if somebody's watching and if you get offended, I don't fucking care. If one person comes up to me and asks me, "Are you scared of the murder hornets?" I'm gonna punch you right in the motherfucking throat. I'm not even kidding.
Is that a band or what?
I am not even kidding around. If you are this gullible and this naive and this stupid,
They don't
I
know
want
how
you.
to-
I want you. What is he humping down there?
No, he's crawling.
I want you to lock yourself in your house, hide under the bed, and never come out. If you're believing this nonsense, you heard about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go.
Oh
Somewhat, I mean,
God,
You mean they're not real?
I personally call them the tracker jackers.
God, it's
Yeah,
just
right?
unbelievable what the
Cracker
media is
jackers.
throwing out there, and people are buying this.
oh, they're scooping it up
It's
by the sporkful.
my God, you can't be this gullible. You cannot be this gullible.
Lack of accountability. That's
Lack
a
of
great,
accountability.
Great
Do it.
topic.
Okay,
Do it.
go.
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 As Americans saying this, what's that? Accountability. In America,
Oh, yeah.
accountability doesn't exist.
No.
I mean, literally, through the course of a year, I'm guessing through the course of a year, I'll hear either the conversation with me or conversation between two other people. I'll hear the words, "I'm sorry. That's my fault. That's my responsibility." I'll hear that probably,
Twice,
6 times a year, maybe,
Yeah.
if that.
if that.
Accountability in this country does not exist.
Nope.
Go
Gone.
Trump.
Yeah, I mean,
Gone.
you want.
And when did it happen?
It's tough. It's tough. You have a better chance of finding like a black unicorn that speaks like pig Latin. You find someone who actually takes
Unicorn
responsibility.
cake. We had a white
for shit.
unicorn cake.
You know,
Oh, correct.
And when did it go away? When did it happen?
I think it's been gone for a while. Back when I was 21 years old, people wouldn't take responsibility for anything. I mean,
It's just crazy. But is that because of ego? Is that because of public? Is that because of political correctness?
it's a mixture of like probably 4 or 5 things. It's ego. I don't want to be wrong.
Narcissism.
Narcissism, ego, people not wanting to take responsibility because they don't want to get sued if it's your
Yeah.
large
Can't be
companies.
wrong.
Yeah.
So I got a story to tell you from this week.
Okay.
Another abortion of a week that I had. The story I told you earlier is just today about the whole
Bobby,
Sam's Club, the
let's
bank.
hear.
So I went to buy a friend flowers for her birthday, right? From FTD.
FTD. Okay.
So I called last Thursday. I didn't call 4 hours I didn't call 4 hours before I wanted them delivered. I called last Thursday for delivery for a Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So I know their business hours delivery to a business is like 9 to 6 p.m. So like 5:55 rolls around and it still says out for delivery. So I call them and I say, of course I get the outsourced Eastern Indian. Duh, right?
Naturally.
I said, you guys have got like 5 minutes to deliver these flowers. Can you give me an update, please? And he's like, I don't, they're not going to get delivered today. No, I'm sorry, or it sucks, it sucks to be you. He's like, no, they're not going to be delivered today. No florist was in the area. I'm like, really? Lone Tree, Colorado. There's no florist in Lone Tree, Colorado. Okay, you probably can't swing a dead cat without hitting one, but fuck, whatever, right? So he's like, I thought we delivered tomorrow. I'm like, well, the thing is, sir, is tomorrow is not her fucking birthday. So I said, curry breath, give me back my fucking money. So I get my money back and then I call someone else and they actually got them to her the next day. But it's like, holy fuck, man. Of course, he never said, hey, we're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, sorry about
You
that.
suck at what they do. It's our responsibility, sir. Sorry. He's like, he couldn't care less. He could not care less.
Yeah.
It sucks to be, I'm sure he probably lives in a mud hut. But fuck, whatever, I mean. I called you like 5 days in advance. Like, if I would have called you at 8 in the morning and asked you to deliver them in a half an hour, I could understand you not being able to do that. I give you 5 days of advance. $80. So I left this is great. I was laughing the other night out loud for like every 20 minutes I was laughing. So he sent me like a text or like an email to give him my feedback.
Oh yeah.
So I gave him the whole lineup of what happened. Talked to Eastern Indian. He couldn't care less. It sucks to be you. Can we deliver tomorrow? Well, no, tomorrow's not her birthday. And I said, please inform your staff to kill their families and then themselves. Period. Send. So, which I thought would be just hilarious. Like, talk about taking it over the top. I was waiting for the cops to show up, So
Feel better?
I felt great. I was laughing. I was chuckling like every hour for like 4 straight hours thinking about that. So.
Well, you that's like our table, what I talked about earlier. I mean,
accountability is non-existent in this
it's
country.
gone.
Absolutely non-existent in this country.
I don't know what I would do if I heard an actual company say, you know what, sorry about that. I don't know what I would do.
That's why you have guys like Weinstein and Cosby and Trump. They'll deny it to the very end.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if Weinstein had 6,000 women coming out.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible. I'm not accountable.
I'd
Yeah,
rather they
that's good.
keep their mouth shut than to say, no, I didn't do it.
That's exactly,
Right?
that's 100%
Yeah.
right.
Or admit it and say, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
Sorry.
like I said earlier, we live in a pretty forgiving nation.
no, yeah.
If you came out and said, you know what, I fucked up. I'm sorry about that. It won't happen again. Okay.
But it does.
And that's
Go great.
in my world. I'm like, I'm so sorry I fucked up. Can you please forgive me?
Yeah.
No.
We live in a forgiving nation. I mean, even people like Michael Vick, who got caught in that dogfighting ring. He did his time. He's been a good boy ever since. If he spits on the sidewalk, he's dead to me. But as of right now, he did his time. All right, I'm fine with this.
We're working on our shit.
But we're an entitled, kick the can down the road country.
Yeah.
The place where I work,
That was
holy shit,
awesome.
man, we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and nobody takes response. It's kicked down the can down the road to the next shift. Who kicks it down the road to the next shift? Well, guess what? That shift was your shift.
Yeah.
They kick the road down, and no one takes responsibility. No one gets in trouble. Nobody gets walked out. It blows me away.
Yeah.
And we do the same thing every single night. It never changes. Nothing is custom about where I work. We have one job. We do the same job every single night, and every single night it's like reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
And every single night the can is kicked down the road to the next person. Every single person does it. Every single supervisor, every single team lead. It absolutely just staggers me. Fucking staggers me, man.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, that's why you have bosses. You know, bosses, they don't want to take so they kick it up to the down person down below. They don't know what's going on, and it starts at the top.
Because people think, well, if I apologize and say, well, it's my fault, and they probably think they're gonna get fired. So it's like, oh no, it's Bill's fault. You know, or it's Jamie's fault. Sorry, Jamie. It's Mark's fault. Goddamn, sorry, Mark.
Never my fault.
But yeah,
it's Michelle's fault, not that Michelle.
Yeah,
Michelle that's here.
not just Michelle.
You
Well,
should
speaking of
just talk about the industry that's here.
the industry that's here,
Yeah,
well, we got all kinds of different professions in here.
right.
But
And-
I want to read you something real quick. I got this in the mail. This is funny. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll save that for another time. Yeah,
But like
we got a lot of different industries in here that I'm sure that we all have stories where people, we just sit like, what the hell what just happened? And it's just.
But you mentioned you hit the nail on the head when you mentioned Trump in your monologue there. I challenge anybody out there to siphon through the Donald Trump archives of all his public speeches and phone calls and interviews and find one time where he's taken responsibility and said, I'm sorry for anything.
For anything.
You are not going to find it.
You won't
folks.
find it.
I'll give you $100. I'll come over and I'll eat it out of your ass. All right? Not gonna happen.
Ever take responsibility.
No, he's a person that absolutely. It's never my
Not just
fault.
him,
All politicians.
politicians.
Agreed.
All CEOs, all
Agreed.
CFOs, none of them will
Agreed.
take responsibility because they're
Politicians,
all
Agreed.
greedy and narcissistic and self-entitled.
Agreed.
Passing the buck in this country is an absolute disease.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
It's running rampant.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
is.
wild. Nobody takes responsibility for anything.
Nothing.
You know.
My wife takes responsibility for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
I take responsibility for my crunchy sock.
Oh God.
What else you got?
Nothing.
After that one, boy, I don't know what else I got after that. How do you follow up a crunchy sock?
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck topping that one.
But and unfortunately, I think this topic, we can laugh at it now, but you know what? It's not going to get any better anytime soon.
Now, there's a lot of consequences for people not taking responsibility.
That's right.
Well, you have doctors' offices and stuff. They'll make you sign waivers, basically saying, yeah, if the doctor comes in hung over after getting 2 hours of sleep and banging an escort, and he actually lops off the wrong arm or wrong leg,
It's not our responsibility.
you signed the waiver, so it sucks to be you.
Yep.
So it goes to that level. It's like, wow. So people, the responsibility, even for people at that level, is just non-existent. It's wild. And there goes your camera.
Okay, we're still running here.
Oh, whoops. Look here now.
Yeah, well, look down here. Let's go ahead and we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up with Robert Mateer. I'll be right back.
Holy
shit, man.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Anyway, we are back with Robert Mateer. Anything else you want to say before we? Anybody want to say anything before we cut out?
Anything.
All right.
Coronavirus is bullshit.
There you go. Somebody's learned. Anybody want to say anything before I give my closing argument and we'll get out of here?
Go to your friend in the liquor store.
Second year girl.
We got a hot tub to get to. All right. Well, I want to thank Robert Mateer for coming out again, and I'll see you next Friday. We'll do this all over again.
I say happy birthday to Melissa. Today's Melissa's birthday.
Oh, today's okay. Melissa. Who's Melissa?
Ron's wife. I worked with Ron for a long time, so Melissa's.
So people who are watching are very.
They watch these videos. So.
Oh, they watch the videos.
Hey, by
Coal
the
Creek
way,
Canyon. Here's the Coal Creek Canyon.
by the way,
Oh, and actually, I want to shout out too. I went to my dentist yesterday.
What?
Sun Creek. Yeah, I had a dentist appointment yesterday. They're watching tonight too. So Sun Creek, shout out to you guys as well.
You must be proud.
What? My dentist?
Did you do better for?
They knocked them out just for
The
teeth
what?
cleaning. They put them under for teeth cleaning. Look up
With
that really weird taste in his mouth.
and a sore butthole, but we won't talk about it.
Look up a sack breath for some reason. Oh, she's odd. Because his dentist is a female, but.
Boy, I'm glad I came back to that. All right, so Robert Mateer, we'll go ahead and I'll give my closing statement. Can't get the hell out of here fast enough tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I know the lack of accountability is sinking like a child at a Tommy Lee birthday pool party. And unfortunately, with no promise in sight. So I guess rather than opening up our bloody ulcers, all we could do is laugh it off and hope we're not the ones getting ass jammed without lubricant. On a brighter note, does anybody remember the TV show called Bait Car?
yes.
No.
Remember Bait Car?
Mm-hmm. Never heard of it.
This great show is no longer on the air, but that shitbag scripted Bachelor bullshit has prime network real estate. For those who don't remember Bait Car, Joy. Bait Car was a show where undercover police would drive a really nice car into the ghetto of a particular city. The driver would accidentally leave his keys in the ignition and walk away. With the hairnet-wearing hoodlums saw the keys dangling in the brand new Beamer, all of the hidden cameras caught them circling like vultures over a dead deer carcass. Then the leader of this particular Mensa group jumped in and drove off. As he was joyriding, thinking he'll finally get some street cred, the police satellite would shut the car off and lock all the doors as the cops surrounded the vehicle.
Oh, dear.
As the officers pulled out the Grand Theft Auto Cholo, instead of a chuckle and a "you caught me," the car thieves tried every time to convince the police, "Oh, this is my grandma's car. She told me to go get it washed." Yeah, that's why you're driving with socks on your hands and you tried to kick out the shatterproof window. Since accountability is no longer on the menu, I think I found a way to make television watchable again. Follow the Bait Car driver as he's on his way to meet up with his 13-year-old internet lover and have Chris Hansen greet him at the door. Let the circle be unbroken. The prosecution rests. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I want to thank Robert Mateer as usual.
Lara.
Apparently he's having a stroke. We're seeing it live right here. Anything else you want to say before we get out?
No. No, not really. I worked with a pedophile one time.
You worked for the pedophile one time?
He didn't come into work, which was weird. Him and I both had the same job,
Uh-huh.
and so it was weird. He didn't show up like first 3 days of work, and he's like, I'm like, so he finally comes in. And he's like, yeah, he told me, he's like, I got busted for trying to solicit sex with like a 12-year-old or something.
He got popped in a stain?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome!
And he got hauled off.
Oh, yeah, they don't mess around with that
So the
shit.
kicker is he loaded his 8-year-old daughter into the car to go bang the 12-year-old.
Oh,
Oh,
No judging here.
Oh,
No
God.
judging. You need someone to videotape. No judging here. No judging. But
No.
yeah, he got busted.
Did he have to go to the hole?
No, he did. He had to work. He did work release for I don't know how long. He eventually.
Really?
Well, see, our boss and myself kept it secret, so when they finally found out, they walked him out. But it was like 2 weeks before we all got laid off anyway, so it didn't matter. Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
cow.
But same thing, accountability. You ask the guy, well, do you know? I asked him, do you know right from wrong? He's like, well, I was molested when I was a kid. Well, that doesn't make it right, but. Yeah, so.
Well, like I said, if you ever get a chance, go to YouTube. People are downloading them all the time. Go catch a predator. It's the funniest shit you'll
Oh, yeah.
ever see. No accountability whatsoever.
I was coming over to feed her cat.
Yeah, I wasn't here to make. I wasn't here to bang her, even though they've got 20 sheets of chat.
Don't mind the
Good
erection. I was just
God.
here to feed her lizard.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Anyway, that's all we got for this week. Next week we'll do it all over again.
Yeah. What's the topic for next week?
I don't know yet. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you. You just tell me what the topic is, and I'll figure it out.
How about we talk about bad celebrities?
How about we talk about the end of COVID? How nice would that be?
That's a long way away.
Please, we all grow up here and actually get the fuck back out there again.
How about bad celebrities?
Bad celebrities?
Yeah.
Like the do bad, or just like
No,
bad actors?
Just shithead celebrities.
All right. Well, that's probably a pretty long list, but okay.
Yeah. All right. So next week we'll talk about bad celebrities. Let me make sure I've got it in my list here. Yes, I do. All right. We're going to talk about bad celebrities next week. Till then, see you, Axl Cones, Robert Mateer. We're out.